Do you sometimes feel that you always have this misfortune of meeting the worst bosses, toxic work culture, and difficult working conditions everywhere you go? This was what really bothered me for many years. Everywhere I went, I always felt that I was the unlucky one who met the worst bosses. Bosses who meet the profile of being extreme micromanagers who were highly mistrusting towards me, yet lazy and incompetent themselves. I still remember vividly my first boss was someone who didn't treat me that well. I was in charge of often carrying all his files, water bottle, and jacket for him for meetings. And he would sometimes cast humiliating remarks towards me just by pointing out grammatical errors when I did all the work, as well as to say remarks like, he hired me because I was hungry to learn. Because compared to my peers in the legal industry, most of whom came from very well-to-do families, I was the average one who lived in a housing development flat. But thanks to him, because of his own laziness and incompetency, I managed to learn a lot of things on my own through trial and error, through all the scoldings. And that became a springboard for me to get into greener pastures one by one. And I always thought that this has to be the way, that the workplace is a whole journey of suffering and abuse, verbal abuse to be precise. That in order to gain the competency, I have to put up with all this nonsense from toxic people and culture, learn what I need before I can get the experience to truly enjoy and lead. That was what I thought. And in this spiritual journey, as I became an Akashic Records reader and continued to refine my own inner work, after a few years, I noticed my energies improving. It was gradual as I started healing my own inner child wounds, the feelings of unworthiness, inferiority complex, the feelings of being unloved and abandoned by others. And gradually, as I found myself in a deeper state of acceptance towards myself, my body, as well as my family members, it brought me to a better space in which I truly respected myself and my time. In this space, I realized that as a freelance lawyer, as I started to explore these opportunities, gradually and magnetically, good people start being drawn towards me. One day I was just thinking that instead of this forever perpetual bad luck cycle of meeting toxic bosses and cultures everywhere, since when did I suddenly become a magnet for good luck, good people, good opportunities, most if not all of the time? And that is something that just created that wow moment in me, that light bulb moment, that unknowns to me all these years of inner work does make a difference.